Y'all feel that? That's Christmas with a backbeat. Rufus here, bringing the blues, the cheer, and a whole lot of fire.
We're the Shouter Band.
Wishing you a very Merry Christmas
And a safe and happy New Year.
Hi, this is Kerry B. Ryan, Blues Experience, wishing all you loyal listeners out there a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas from the Blues Hotel Collective. From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
G'day folks, and welcome to Blues Moments in Time. We're rolling back through history to November 29, a date that's given the blues community both celebration and sorrow, from the birth of a British blues legend to the loss of a Beatle, whose guitar work was steeped in the blues tradition. Let's kick off with a birthday. Now, on this day in 1933, in the mill town of Macclesfield, England, a boy named John Mayall was born. Now, England might seem a long way from the Mississippi Delta, but young John grew up with his father's collection of American blues 78s spinning in the parlour. Big Bill Broonzy, Leadbelly, those scratchy recordings lit a fire that never went out. By 1963, Mayall had formed John Mayall and the Blues Breakers in London, and that band became something like a blues university. Eric Clapton walked through those doors, so did Peter Green, Mick Taylor, John McVie and Mick Fleetwood, names that would go on to shape Cream, Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones. The 1966 album Blues Breakers with Eric Clapton didn't just capture lightning in a bottle, it helped birth British blues rock as we know it. Mayall never stopped. 6 decades of recording and touring, over 60 albums. He passed away this past July at the age of 90. But his birthday reminds us that the blues can cross any ocean, and sometimes the most devoted students become the greatest teachers. They don't call him the godfather of British blues for nothing. Speaking of British blues, 1 year after Mayall formed the Blues Breakers on November 29, 1964, something historic happened in a London semi-detached house. Vernon and Neil Slavin, a couple of young blues fanatics, set up a Grundig tape recorder and captured Hubert Sumlin laying down 2 tracks, Across the Board and Sumlin Boogie. Now, if you know your blues, you know Sumlin, Howlin' Wolf's legendary guitarist, the man whose off-kilter stinging licks defined the Chess Records sound. That home recording became Blue Horizon 1000, pressed in just 99 copies, and launched Blue Horizon Records. Over the next 5 years, the little label would release 70 singles and 60 albums, bringing American blues giants to British audiences and nurturing homegrown talent like a young Fleetwood Mac. Not bad for a tape recorder in somebody's living room. Now, fast forward to November 29th in 1968, the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. A powerhouse blues rock bill, the Moody Blues, Jeff Beck, 10 Years After, and Mint Tattoo. All on one stage. 2 nights of electric British blues, guitars howling, Hammond organs swirling, a California crowd soaking it all in. This was the era when blues was morphing into blues rock, and venues like the Shrine were ground zero. 1 year later, November 29 through to December 1st in 1969, the West Palm Beach Rock Festival was in full swing in Florida. Janis Joplin was there, her cosmic blues band tearing through raw soulful blues with that voice that could strip paint off walls. Also on the bill, the Rolling Stones, Sly and the Family Stone, Jefferson Airplane, blues, soul, rock, all tangled up together. This was the tail end of a wild decade, and blues was at the heart of it all. The scheduled tour finale for the Stones was supposed to be in Boston on November 29, but they added the West Palm Beach Festival at the last minute, followed by the infamous Altamont show in December. For Janis, this festival was another chapter in a year of relentless touring. Less than a year later, she'd be gone. But on those Florida nights, the blues was very much alive. And then there's November 29, 2001. George Harrison, the quiet Beatle, passed away at age 58 in Los Angeles after battling cancer. Now you might wonder, what's a Beatle doing in a blues history? Well, George Harrison's guitar work was soaked in the blues. He loved Chet Atkins, Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry, players who brought country and R&B into rock and roll. His slide guitar on While My Guitar Gently Weeps and other tracks showed a deep understanding of the blues idiom, and his later work, including the slide instrumental Marwa Blues, demonstrated how he carried those traditions forward. Eric Clapton called Harrison clearly an innovator, someone who took elements of R&B and rockabilly and created something unique. The blues runs deep in the Beatles' DNA. Listen to early tracks like Cry for a Shadow or Harrison's For You Blue, a straight-up 12-bar blues shuffle. When George died, the music world lost not just a Beatle, but a guitarist who understood that the blues isn't just a genre, it's a language. So there you have it, November 29 in blues history. A birthday in Macclesfield that gave us the godfather of British blues, a home recording session that launched a legendary label, concert stages in Los Angeles and festival fields in Florida, and the passing of a Beatle whose guitar quietly carried the blues into millions of hearts. From the Mississippi Delta to London, from Chicago to Sydney, the blues keeps travelling, keeps evolving, keeps reminding us that the music, this feeling, belongs to anyone willing to listen, to learn, and to play it like they mean it. Join me tomorrow as the Blues Hotel Collective presents Blues Moments in Time. I'm Kelvin Huggins. Until then, keep the blues alive.